Hi, I'm Thomas, and today I would like to show you how to set up your Integrator hunting vest for the first time. The first thing you need to check is that when you take it out of the box, take the back panel and the uppermost buckle goes right here. Right? Then the next thing I recommend you do is that you replace the T1 with the V1 safety strap. How to replace the T1 with the V1, let me show you. When the Integrator first came out, it included the so-called T1 quick release strap. This is the one that's attached by default to Integrators shipped out in 2025 and in the first half of 2026. You can recognize it by this black leather coating here. And the other feature is that the metal carabiner sits on the flying end of this strap here. So when it flies out upon releasing, it may hit the scope, and we don't want that, of course. An alternative called the V1 is also included with every Integrator, and the difference is that the metal carabiner sits fixed here and that the flying end only includes a lightweight D-ring, which cannot make any noise and will not damage anything. We strongly recommend that you replace it before first use. The first thing you do is remove the T1. Just turn these horns here and then slide it underneath the molded webbing, like this. Then take the V1 strap here and the plastic tool that's included with the Integrator. Thread it through this clip here. And now using the tool, thread it underneath, starting from the second webbing all the way to the 6th or 7th. For larger vests, we recommend that you go all the way to the 7th webbing, maybe from size extra large and double XL. For small, medium and large, it's okay if you just go from the 2nd to the 6th webbing, but you can adjust this to match your preference. If you can't thread it all the way through in one step, you can do it in 2 steps, like I'm doing it now. I just go 3 webbings here and then thread again. And then go 2 more. Like this. Make sure that these plastic horns are anchored well in the webbing. Then take the shorter strap that includes the metal carabiner. Make sure that the gate of the carabiner is facing outwards, like this, so that when the strap is attached, the D-ring can easily get released when pulling the quick pull tab, like this. Again, take the plastic tool and then in the second webbing or underneath the second webbing, just thread it through like this. Make sure it sits well, that these horns are attached to the sides of the molded webbing here. In the future, all Integrators will be shipped with the V1 attached by default, but for now, we're asking our customers to replace the T1 with the V1 before first use.
The elastic cords on the back were designed to be used with the T1, but since you're replacing the T1 with the V1, you will no longer use them, so feel free to remove them completely from both sides.
The next thing you want to do is adjust these straps here on the side, in the front, and also in the back. What this will do is that it makes sure it hugs your body completely. It needs to be snug, it needs to be tight. It shouldn't be too tight. Of course, you should be comfortable and it should allow you to breathe comfortably. But in order to achieve the desired weight reduction effect and weight distribution effect, it needs to be pretty snug. If you're wearing heavy layers, you just undo this, completely loosen these straps. You see, it easily gives you a few more inches in the front. Same goes in the back. You undo these Velcro straps and there you get another few more inches. And if this is not enough, then in the front you can do the same. Undoing this will give you another 4 inches maybe. I recommend that you undo these first or loosen these first and then leave this as your last resort, because this is ideally not more than 2 or 3 inches apart. The reason being is that you'll need space on your shoulder in order to shoulder the rifle. When you roll these up, make sure that the soft side of this Velcro strap is outside, because there's a sticky side, and if the sticky side catches your sweater, it's not really good. The next thing you need to make sure is that these side straps are horizontal. Depending on your height, you need to adjust this strap here. And by that you regulate the distance between the back panel and this upper yoke here. And the end result should be that this side panel becomes fully horizontal. When you're done, just roll these up and make sure that the soft side is outside. The next thing you want to do is adjust this cradle here to the buttstock of your gun. You can adjust the width of the cradle and also the shape so that it matches your buttstock. Take this plastic tool, which allows you to easily open the Velcro here. This is what it looks like when it's completely open. Now inside here, like we said, there is Velcro attachment, and that way you can regulate the width of this cradle to match your stock width. When you put it back, make sure you press it well with your fingers so that it's locked again, it's not opening accidentally. You might also want to adjust the shape of this so that the opening of this cradle becomes slightly larger. Feel free to readjust the shape like this. The material will remember that shape and will keep that shape afterwards. Don't worry, you cannot damage it this way. You see, now we achieved a larger, more rectangular shape of the cradle. You can adjust the height of this cradle to match the length of your rifle and also to match the length of your arms so that it sits comfortably. The way you do that is that you adjust these straps here, the front and the back strap. You can just undo these Velcro straps and adjust accordingly. If you loosen it, this goes lower. If you tighten it, this comes higher. The same way you can adjust the tilt of the gun. I will show you in a second with the stock inserted in the holster. Time to insert the stock here. Make sure once again that the Velcro is closed here at the back. And now take the D-ring, wrap around the strap, around the barrel, and close the carabine. Make sure that it's locked before you release the gun. To open it, just pull the quick release tab. To close it again, just wrap around the barrel with your right hand, and with your left hand, just close the gate of the carabine, pressing. Don't hold on to this quick release, because if you try to lock like this, you will accidentally open it again. Just make sure you release this and just take the gate of the carabine and lock like this with a slight push. This is how you adjust the height of the gun and the forward tilt. Using these straps here, if I tighten the strap, the gun will lean forward. If I do the same in the front, the gun will be positioned higher. And it will be more upward pointing again. If I want it even more vertical, I need to loosen the strap in the back. Like this. You can also adjust the position of the V1 quick release strap here. In order to do that, you need to take this and position it one step further up or down. That way you can regulate the length of this strap here. If I pull this, it becomes more tight. But you don't want to have it way too tight, because then you will not be able to release it when you want to. And never leave it like this. Always make sure that these little plastic horns are always anchored to one of the mole webbings here. If I want it one step higher up, I take this plastic tool and thread it through here. Like this. And now pull it back, and I make sure that it's attached well. You see, this just became somewhat shorter. If I want to move this one step higher up, I do the same thing. I recommend you take the gun out first, and then you take this and using the tool, you thread it underneath the third webbing instead of the second. So now it's like 1 inch higher compared to the previous setting.
How does the rifle carry and the quick release work? Let me show you. You place the stock of the rifle in the cradle while you wrap the V1 safety strap around the barrel and buckle up the carabine. To release it, just gently pull the quick release pull tab horizontally and it releases the gun in an instant. Make sure you hold it with your right hand before releasing, and always make sure that the safety is on while the rifle is holstered. How do I buckle it up again? Let me show you. Place the stock in the cradle, wrap the V1 safety strap around the barrel, hold the carabine with your left hand and attach the D-ring to it with your right hand. Always check that it's connected safely.